Yeah, because I think we talked about it at one point about us going, and then we just didn't get to it when we were fighting the trolls.
How am I coming through? I noticed my voice isn't so clear, so I think I need to probably buy some better headphones. But how am I sounding today?
Crystal clear on my end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So welcome to D&D 5 Families Adventure 16, World of Pentagaia. We are at a crossroads where we're being attacked by archers, and we're in the middle of a field. Arrows coming down, and wondering what to do.
Well,
we don't see the people that are attacking. They're far away. Like, they're longbows, so you're talking about more than 200 feet.
Quillis is on the way, by the way. He said he's having tech issues, but he's trying desperately to get here.
Okay, no worries. We have a minute to talk about Yan Yan's second level spells. You want to choose, you get to choose 2 spells per level, right? As a wizard?
Yes.
For every new level, you gain 2 spells of your choice.
Okay.
You can pick those now if you're ready to do that, or you can take some more time. It's fine.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, and I will look through those and make sure that I have. I think I had some that I wanted, but not. I don't. Okay, I did have some that I took down from Quillis. So if I just are those on top of the ones that I can take with the spell, with the level improvement, or are those just the ones that I get due to my level improvement? Does that make sense?
You get additional 2 spells every new level you choose.
Okay.
And those aren't prepared spells.
No.
Those are spells that you write in your spell book.
Uh-huh.
So let me explain for wizards in case you know what this is. Very confusing for 5e. I think it's confusing. I mean,
yeah.
Back in the day, it was really simple back in the day. But basically, there's a spells pool, and then there's a known spells you put in your spell book, and then there's the spells you cast as a wizard. Okay, so and it's mostly similar for the other classes, but a little different. But basically, with the wizards, the spells you can cast. Let's start with this. Let's start with the spells pool. The spells you know. Let's start with the spell book. The spells you know are 6 spells at first level, plus 2 spells at each additional level of wizard. Right. So technically, if you get to 20th, that's 38. Right. 6 plus 2 per level. But then wizards are unlimited in what they can know. So you can also add any spell you find, you trade, you buy, you research, you plunder from a library. Add those to your spell book as well. That's why it costs money. And that costs 50 gold per level plus 2 hours time. Okay. So that costs time and money to put those in your spell book. But so once you do that, you know those 2. But I was telling you the minimum, you know. So then you get basically those spells plus whatever you can find in treasure chests, you know. As long as you can write those, as long as you write those in your spell book, you know those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you have in your spell book. That's the base, that's the foundation. Then you have the spell pool, which is spells you can prepare for the day or between each rest, right? So, which is 1 per wizard level plus the intelligence modifier. So you being 3rd level now, it's 3 plus your intelligence modifier as well.
4.
So 7 spells is your spells pool to draw from. You may have 10 or 12 spells in your spell book. Great. You can only prepare 7 of those. So that way you're limited. That way you can prepare 7 in your mind. It's like an arcane limitation, I guess, to cast from. Okay, and then the spells you can cast are the ones in your spells in the spell slots in the level table. So I believe it's 4-2 at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Is it 4-2?
Yeah, it's 4-2.
So you can cast 6 spells, but you prepared 7. So technically, that means that if you prepared, say, Burning Hands and what's the second level spell? Invisibility. You can cast Invisibility twice, for example. Okay, that uses up your second level slots, and you can cast Burning Hands 4 times. That uses up your first level slots. But you also have 5 other spells you prepare, which you may need them, you may not need them. So anytime you can cast any spells you want, mix and match. And that's what's better about the spells pool. It makes your wizard more powerful because you get more choices. No spells wasted per se. Back in the day, you had to, if you wanted to cast Shield twice, you have to memorize Shield twice. Whereas now, you just memorize it, well, not really memorize it, but prepare it once, and you can cast it as many times as you have spell slots, or you can not cast it at all because you can cast, Magic Missile. You don't need Shield. As long as you have both Shield, Magic Missile, Burning Hands, and Invisibility prepared. Makes sense?
That's an improvement. That's much better.
And that's the same thing for you, I think, Tyrion.
Really? So all spellcasters, you mean?
There's all spellcasters. When I have the spell slots, that doesn't mean you memorize those spells. It means you have a spells pool, which is 1 per level of. Well, actually, yours might be half. Read yours. It might be half, 1 per every 2 levels.
But I'm not locked into the 1 spell, is what you're saying.
No, you're not. If you have, let's say you have, how many slots do you have right now? Spell slots. At
3.
What, 3rd level.
3 first level spells.
So, well, whatever it says in the player's handbook, but certainly the wizards and the druids, I know they have prepared spells and then they have spell slots, which are very different, right, Hyphe?
Very different, yes.
And there are things to improve spell preparation, as we know. Like your background, by the way.
It says spells known 3 and then spell slots per spell level 2 spell slots at first level.
Right, so you can have 3 prepared spells and then cast, from those prepared spells, you can cast any 2. But that means that, let's say you have Burning Hands, Magic Missile, and Shield, right? That means you can cast Burning Hands between 1 to 3 times, Magic Missile between 1 to 3 times, and Shield between 1 to 3 times. You see how that works?
That's awesome. That's even better.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
So that in that way, it's better. I kind of like it that way, So
it's more intuitive, I think, from a spellcasting perspective.
Yes, more intuitive, definitely. And I wanted to comment on your Dro thing. I'm not really too strict on the sunlight. I mean, obviously you don't like sunlight, so I remember there's this movie, Blade, where the vampires had these cool leather motorcycle outfits, and they had black ski masks, and they're out there in the sun. They were doing fine. They had sunblock. So I just figure about you know how to stare at the sun.
At the very least, I would need some kind of really dark shades. Some from some monocles fashioned by a gnome.
Sunglasses. So spend some money on sunglasses, spend some money on sunblock, and you'll be fine. However, if you come to that point where you really think you're trying to role play your character, you think that you can't make that move because you're in the sunlight, then just tell me, hey, I can't do that, or tell me I need a -2 or disadvantage, and I'm cool with that. Just role play it.
So I'm gonna take Scorching Ray and Knock for my extra 2nd level spells.
Scorching Ray and Knock. Scorching Ray is very cool. That's a hit spell. That takes a lot of d20s. You get 3 d20s. Knock is cool because it opens locks. But I want to tell you this: Knock doesn't open any lock. It opens mundane locks. So basic locks. Doesn't open like a super goblin high level lock.
It says, or another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access. So a target that is held shut by a mundane lock or stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. If the object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. If you choose a target that is held shut with an arcane lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be open and shut normally.
Right, but it doesn't say anything about having a super lock or a high level dwarven or goblin lock. It doesn't say to open those. It says to open mundane lock. It tells you if it's a magical lock, it'll suppress it. Right? It doesn't say to open a sophisticated lock.
No.
Okay, so we're putting you to 3rd level. Are you ready to roll hit points?
Yeah. I think it's a. That is a 5.
What's your con bonus?
Constitution bonus is +2.
Not bad. So you're getting 7, so you're at 22. Not bad.
Cool.
Okay, and I guess your hits are going to stay the same. Scorching Ray. Knock. Also, you and Ben can freely trade spells. I'm sorry, Quillis. Yan and Quillis can freely trade spells. You just have to spend the 50 gold per spell level and the time to transfer in your spell book if you choose to. I'm all good with that. Just decide what you want to. That you want to do that, and you can share spells.
Yeah, he already gave me Tula's Grievous Grip and Melf's Acid Arrow.
Good. So you have those.
I have
Did
those
you give him anything?
No, he did not have anything of mine, or he didn't. None of my spells he wanted last time. Or he already had them. No, he already had them, or he didn't need them because I had them.
So I guess I didn't give any XP, right? Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna do 600. So let's see what that puts us. I'm gonna say that Ray, the unicorn, goes to 5th level. 5th level unicorn.
Oh.
That's a 5-hit die monster. And you can tell while she's there with you in the sun, she's a little bit taller. She's almost carrot she'd been eating. Getting bigger, stronger, starting to use her magic. I have her at 24 hit points. I'm also gonna give her a con boost now. But roll, Hyphe, roll a d8 right now.
Yep.
For her hit points.
4 plus the level. So is that right? 4 plus? No.
Did you say 4?
Yeah.
So, I think she has a plus. See, 4. Okay, she has 24 now, which I feel like is kind of low. Mm-hmm. So, I think we're gonna go to +3. I think you gave her +2 hit points. I'm gonna give her +3. So we're gonna give her 5. We're gonna give her 4 hit points plus 5 is 9 more hit points. So she'll be at 33.
Great.
A little more tough.
Thank you.
And also she's doing her shield power, right? And her healing. Wait, her healing once a day.
Right. Can we talk about some of the other things that they naturally have? So she can do the healing 3 times a day and also heal herself once a day. Is that right?
Well, I thought we talked about it, and I thought we said that she can do the shield and the healing. She does the teleport once a day. She does the shield power, and then she does the healing. I thought it was once a day. It says 3 times a day.
Eventually, when she's an adult, it'll be 3 times a day, yes, to others, plus her own self-heal.
Self-heal is different though, right?
Right, it's separate.
So let's do a self-heal once a day, and a heal other once a day. And the shield, I think, as much as it says, I think a shield is indefinite because it's legendary, right? So I think that's how we're going to do it, which is fine.
Yes.
So let's just do that.
Now, can we talk about some of the things like advantage on, like her magic resistance, advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects?
I'll give her that. I'll give her the magic resistance because she's a unicorn.
Okay, and then she's also she's immune to charm, paralyze, and poison. She's got dark vision. It's for 60 feet. She's immune to poison. I mean, those should all track anyway.
She's immune to poison. She gets the defenses. That's fine.
And then at will, she should have detect evil and good, which we've already used. Druid
she can do that.
Pass without a trace. One time.
Let's stop right there.
Oh, pass without a trace is, that's pretty unicorny. That's pretty universally unicorny.
You know what? You've had her inside a lot, so she hasn't been outside enough to let her know.
Wow.
So that's next on the list. I want you to take her out personally to the meadows and to the forest and train her to do that.
You mean on the days that they let me out of prison? Sure. All right, I'll do that. And then 1 time per day each, she should be able to calm emotions.
No, none of that.
She doesn't have any of those yet?
No.
Okay, but eventually.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Unicorn in training.
Got it.
Okay, so I still have her AC 15. I wonder, what does it say AC 15 on the monster? Because I wonder if that includes the Deadly Blanket.
That, her spellcasting ability was her passive perception was only 13, which seems low. Her AC is 12, so.
Okay, I gave her 1 because I made her a little faster, and I gave her 2 for the blanket, so now it's 15.
Okay, got it.
Unicorns have 12 armor class?
That's what it says. I thought that was low too.
Sorry, hey, hit me.
Didn't Ray
I'm
get a tattoo?
No.
Hmm.
No, she didn't.
So we haven't really practiced much at the attacks, like physical attacks. So do we have to wait for those too? Because we really haven't practiced any of that.
Well,
like
you haven't let her do any of that. You haven't let
right, that's what I'm saying.
Do it.
So we have to wait. I understand. Not a matter of what.
You can,
she was, 2 feet tall.
She's ready to ram somebody, but you haven't let her do anything. So she's kind of like,
I'm a jerk.
We're protecting her. We don't want her hurt.
We don't want anybody to even know she's her. There are a lot of factors here. But okay, so we'll work on that stuff.
There's another word for that: helicopter parent.
Indeed, I'm very familiar with that terminology.
Me too.
Oh, there's Ben. Thanks, kid.
Hey, Quillis, no doubt. Okay, anybody else have want to talk about? How's the XP coming for everybody else?
I'm currently
Tyrion.
I'm at 2,300 total.
Okay, so probably next adventure.
So that's 400 away from level 4.
Nice.
Did you say 600 for last session?
Yes.
Then I'm at 3750.
Wait, we all got 6 for last session?
Yes.
Oh, because that puts me, well, in that case, that puts me up at level 4.
Oh, you didn't add it yet?
No, I was still at 2300.
Yeah, you get 600 for last session.
Okay, so nice. Now I'm up at 29 then.
Okay, let's get your hit points. See, so the way the D&D game is designed, if you start over, you'll end up, catching up to everybody because it takes more and more to advance. So, okay, so Tyrion's 4th level.
Yep. And so I'm going to roll what, D6?
No, you're D8.
Oh, okay. And then plus my con bonus. So it's 1d8 plus 2. I still find myself doing test rolls here. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
3
Frank.
plus 2, 5. Yeah, it didn't work.
So your maximum is 34, right?
Well, I was at 29 plus 5, so yeah, I'm at 34 now.
But you have 9 damage, right?
9 damage.
So,
Yes.
So I have you at 25. And also, Ray has 6 damage. She's at 27. From arrows.
Yeah.
Poor unicorn dragged her into your political issues. Your frog familiar is jumping around. Okay, any other questions? Okay, you have a few moments.
Question. What
Yes.
family was the sniper arrows from? You said it. I didn't write it down.
Do you want to give us a
Corinth
family?
Is that it?
Did you want to give us a family name, Hyphe?
Well, the principality that I worked for that long was the Corridane family, Corredaine, Corridane.
Did you have is there like another opposing family, maybe like a jealous family that you can tell me now that you know about that might have planned your demise?
Well, I'm pretty cool. That's the only group that wants me dead. Oh, you mean like somebody from another okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, sure. There's always another family. The Shopfale family, S-H-O-P-H, Shopfale, S-H-O-P-H-A-E-L.
Now, it's possible that those guys framed you, or was it? Do you think it was in your own family?
No, I think it was a vizier. It was the vizier who was kind of resentful that somebody who was working with the children all the time was viewed as much an advisor as he was. And so he was very threatened because sometimes he was kind of getting too big for his boots and suggesting things that were not good for the family or for the principality or for the king or queen for that matter, or certainly the kids. And I would tell him, or I would basically advise in my own way. And they went with my advice to the point that he was angered and wanted me gone. I think that's what happened. That's the best I can make out of it.
And the vizier is Corridane.
And Corridane is the royal family. The vizier, you mean who is he with?
He's a different family then. He's just a vizier.
Right. He could be from the Shopfale family.
Shopfale, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't think. I mean, they're not royalty. The family that he's from. He's worked hard, but he's misguided, and he was threatened by me. The prince who was poisoned was the only prince. There were 4 princesses and 1 prince. He was the eldest, and he was the one that I supposedly killed, murdered, and assassinated, really, and he was my favorite, so it's not going to happen.
So my note I'm putting down is Hyphe killed a prince.
Thanks very much. You're not listening, Twigs. You have better listening skills than that.
You were accused of killing a royal family, remember?
I was accused of, yes. It was done with a fungal poison, some type of amanita, I'm sure, and so that's how he framed me, because I was treating a lot of the children and some of the adults in the household for allergies. I was kind of messing around with different funguses for allergies. And so it was easy enough to make it look like me. I can't believe that anybody bought it, though. That it's kind of angry too. I'm angry but scared, and still grieving for my beloved prince who died.
And I have another question.
Sure.
Thank you. That was perfect, by the way. Give me the name of one of the children that you trained that was doing very well. Maybe
Okay,
a girl.
so the oldest two, Seth Renor was the prince, and we called him Fescue because the goats in the fields were always kind of chewing on his hair when we had picnics. Seth Renor, and the next eldest was Princess Ephedra, and she was actually the namesake for the lady that I befriended over 100 years ago, that took me with her to the when she married a prince back in the day. So she was the namesake of somebody, or she's still alive, the namesake of somebody that I cared very much for, Ephedra. And Seth Renor is gone. And there are 3 other girls.
Is there another name you can give me, the other girls?
The youngest is Aveline. I mean, I can give you all the girls' names. The youngest she's very young. Her nickname's Rabbit.
That's fine. That's enough. Okay. So, you guys, your spider senses are tingling. You're kind of out in the open. And you have just a few moments before the next volley of arrows come. So what are you going to do?
How many?
Take cover.
So you look around and there's no cover except there is the edge of a forest starting maybe about 120 feet. Not close, but not too far.
That's close
Away
enough
from
for
the
me,
arrows?
too.
And cool thing about E5 is you only move 30 feet. Well, actually, you can move, I think, 60 feet around if you dash. But that means you have to do nothing but just dash.
And rogues and some monks, I believe, can do 90 if they spend their bonus action to dash as well.
Right.
You should add in the sprint variant.
No variance. Thank you. Keep it simple. We already got steady aim. That's enough. Steady aim's enough for now.
How many arrows came our way? Could we get
Only
a sense?
5.
Okay, so we don't think but we should definitely try to move to the forest.
And they were poison tipped. Oh, you know what, Karen?
Yes.
You have toxicology, and someone else has toxicology. Hyphe. You guys are at the level where you can coat your weapons with poison. Your skill bonus is the die that you can add to your weapons when you coat them with poison. Once you make it, so you have +4, I think. For toxicology, I have you +4. It's a con bonus plus your proficiency.
That's correct.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So you can add a D4, not today, but once you make the poisons, you can add D4 to the first hit on your poison on your weapon.
Nice. Okay.
It's recode them. It's a little bonus. It's not great, but it's it's nice.
So I have a question. Is everybody 4th level now except Hyphe? She's 5th level. Is that right?
I'm 4th. Yes.
Everyone's 4th. Al-Kad's 6th.
Okay.
Matilda and Yan Yan are 3rd. Ray is 5th. Yeah. I think I have Sin at 2nd. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's in retirement right now. He's in stasis. So where are we injecting Yan Yan into our marching order here?
As you got hit by the arrows, you see this guy come up. He's like, "What's up, guys?"
I just caught up to the action. What
Yan
number
Yan
is he
like
gonna be?
sees the arrows flying and he's like, oh, I know those people. Hey.
Is he gonna be number 9 then? Because we got Hyphe, Twigs, Quillis, Emma, Tyrion, Al-Kad, Matilda, Ray.
The way I have Hyphe, Twig, Yan Yan, Quillis, Emma, Tyrion, Al-Kad, Matilda, Ray.
Okay,
Done.
so all right, no problem.
I have 9.
Yeah, 9. Okay.
So Hyphe's 1, Twigs is 2, Yan Yan's 3, Quillis is 4, Emma's 5, Tyrion 6, Al-Kad 7, Matilda's 8, and Ray is 9.
Great. Thank you.
Good. Okay, so I didn't hit anybody.
I'm only 4th level, by the way, Twigs. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to
Everyone's-
run toward the forest. That we're headed that way. I mean, I'm headed that way, and so is the unicorn.
Okay, do you want to dash that way and take your full action and get halfway there? And when I say halfway, you're not going to be in the cover. You'll just be at the edge, so you still won't have the cover on the second round. You'll just be there at the edge of the forest. But the first round, if you want to go halfway there, you can dash. Okay, but you can also move 30 feet and do something else if you want. I don't know, cast a spell or I don't know. Anybody?
I'm gonna cast my Blade Word cantrip.
There you go. Blade Word. You do?
Yes.
And just tell us what that does so we're clear.
Yes. Right when you ask on the page closes.
And you're gonna move 30 feet, right, towards the forest.
Yeah, I'm moving away from the oncoming arrows, opposite
If you don't-
direction. Here we go.
Is
Blade
anybody-
Ward.
Right.
Casting time 1 action, range self, duration 1 round. You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air until the end of your next turn. You have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Nice. It didn't say non-magical, does it?
It didn't specify non-magical, so I presume it's just regular attacks, regular weapons.
I mean, it means it's against magical or non-magical. It didn't say it. All
Yeah.
attacks.
Physical attacks.
All physical attacks.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so you cast that. That works. Blade Ward going. And so you're gonna move 30, right?
My max speed.
That's your max speed, 30. Great job. I think it is. Anybody else?
I feel like we should all move together instead of separating.
That's not happening unless everybody moves 30 feet now. So
So we could tell which
Technically-
directions the arrows came from.
yes, there's 2 mountains and a sort of a mild hill, which is more than 200 feet away. And they're kind of hiding behind those hills now. You can't see them, but that's where they came from. Area, the general direction.
Can I really want to make sure we're not heading into something worse, like out of the frying pan into the fire. Can I see anything moving? Any glints of any metal or anything in the forest that we're headed toward? I just want to make sure we're not making it worse for ourselves.
Well, they're shooting poison arrows at us.
I got it, but there are only 5 of them, and there could be 10 people in the forest. Who knows? I mean, I know they're probably all on our heels, but I just want to make sure. I have a pretty good perception. I was hoping to just double check.
You look the direction you're running to, and it seems to be clear. It's opening into a foresty area where there's not thick trees, but trees that are somewhat separated. Some part, like each part cover, partial cover.
Okay.
Seems
So
to be open.
If I use my action and if I use both my movement and my action, that should at least get me 50 feet. And if I smack Ray on the push and telepathically tell her to run in that direction, she should be able to go much more quickly than I could.
I don't think you can move 50 feet. I think you can move 25.
If I don't take another action, I can't move an additional 25 feet because my movement's only 25.
And you said 50, so I'm gonna get
Right,
you back
but
to
if
25.
I take my movement at 25 and my action to move, can I not move another 25 feet if that's the only action I'm taking?
Yes,
Because I
that's
should
called
have movement, and then
that's called dashing. That's when you dash. You do nothing but
Yes.
move, not
Yes.
do anything to the unicorn.
right.
Nothing but move, and that'll get you 50 feet.
Okay, and she can move 50 feet too, so that's fine.
Okay, so
She can move
as
100.
Goat Kings have a 40 feet base speed. If I
That should be 35 actually. 35 should be 35. I misspoke if I said 40. So you'll be yeah. Is that what you have, Quillis?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can get 70 if you just dash there. You can cast a spell and then move 35.
if Hyphe were to
Did he just cut out?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't hear him.
He's muted
my
right
bad,
now.
my bad. If Hyphe were to like if Hyphe was like more worried about Ray and like smacked her on the tush, Hyphe's small. Could I just pick up Hyphe and run?
The ruling usually is that you do so at half speed, I believe, in base rules.
Yeah, like you're encumbered.
So it's
But
at
that's
15
still-
feet.
You can try it. I'm not gonna say you can't try it.
I'm just
I
trying
think
to
you're
get.
gonna be-
I'm just trying to like get her to the edge of the forest if they're after her. I try to get her out of there first, right?
Yeah, if they're after her, we got to stay close to her.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the arrows, they went for the party. So if they're after her, then probably what's going to happen is they're going to have to, get all of you.
If Yan Yan tries to reach for me or tries to make that kind of movement as we're all running, I say, please go ahead, meaning like get yourself there and we'll get situated. But thank you. I'm smiling as I say it. I'm grateful.
Don't say mean.
So back off, pervert.
I did not say that.
It says pervert. He's like, oh no. All right, hands are off. My bad.
I'm going to pick you up.
Not what I meant.
Do you
I'm
mind if I touch
smiling.
you here?
Yeah.
Was
Consent,
not his
consent,
intention.
Consent
100%.
to haul me away. No. I'm terribly. You get my exuding gratefulness, but get yourself there, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Did we roll initiative?
We're running.
I'm
last.
Oh, this is our turn just to move.
I went first because I surprised you guys. So it's your turn. We're just gonna take turns from now on. We can all just go in order. It's just faster in this case. And so is anybody not dashing besides Tyrion?
No, I'm on fall Hyphe with Emma and Twigs.
Well, you stay together. You can move 50, or you can get ahead of her, and you can move 60.
Well,
Twigs being human.
Emma will be ahead, and Twigs can stay with Hyphe.
So Hyphe and Twigs move 50.
With 70 feet of total movement, can I put myself behind a tree?
No,
Not quite.
you need 130 for that.
Okay.
So we're
The
out in the
closest
wide open.
trees are at 120 is where the trees start. You're right out in the open.
Then
Emma I have Emma at 60. Is that right?
Yeah, Emma can move
Tyrion.
30.
Tyrion, what's your base movement? Do you have that?
It's like everybody else. I think it's 30.
So it's 60. Oh no, you're moving 30 because you cast a spell. Sorry, I forgot. All right. What's Quillis moving?
full 70.
70. Okay, Quillis is ahead of the game. And is Yan Yan also moving 70?
Yeah, if Hyphe denies his help, he's going to die.
Al-Kad's gonna. Al-Kad's like, guys, like, where are you running? Where are you guys running? He didn't notice the arrows. There's no arrows sticking out of Tyrion and Ray. Like guys, what are you running for? He's gonna move 30, and he'll be with Tyrion. And he might cast a spell in a minute. Not yet. Matilda is going to. I wonder how fast can Ray move? Maybe she'll get there first.
50 feet is just her base movement.
So let's give her that, and then she can move 100. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Get up there first.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get her 100, and then Matilda we'll move 60. She's on point. She'll move 60. Okay, are you ready? So now there seems to be a leader in the bunch, and they're going to do what I call a called shots mechanic, where they're going to pick one of the creatures, one of the people to attack. I'm going to roll a d10, and all arrows are going to go for that one creature. Here we go. Three Yan Yan.
They're at a disadvantage, right? Because they're so far away.
No, actually, there's something called steady aim. So you get advantage as long as you don't. For rogues, they're rogues. So as long as you don't move and you hit bonus action.
Yeah, but if they're long range,
steady
it cancels each other out. Advantage, disadvantage. So they just get a straight attack.
There you go. You get a straight attack. Thank you for that, by the way, Bob. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I get regular attack. Didn't you get more hit points?
Yeah, I got more hit points.
What hit points are you at?
I'm at 22.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a problem. Okay, here we go. 5 arrows are coming for you.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Class 12. You know, if you can use leather if you want. That gives you 1 more armor class for wizards. And I guess you had your dexterity already. I'm class 12. Yeah, I got +4, so I need 8. Ooh, wow. Two arrows just fly random directions once, and the other 2 miss, and then the last one, that was luck. That was just hit. Like a 1 poison arrow, it's a D8, and then plus poison damage, 9 damage. Total, you're up to 13. 4 damage plus 5 poison damage.
Good job. You survived.
So proud of myself.
Now everyone has another round to do something. If you want to do the same thing, that's fine. We'll just continue on.
I would assume they expose themselves when they fire their arrows, right?
Well, I'll say you look back now, and you do see 5 archers.
Will they pop up?
On one of the hills, and then on the other hill you see it seems to be a knight in shiny armor, like a paladin, cavalier type. So Arthur kind of thing.
Do I recognize him? Well, I'm running. I don't know.
You might recognize him.
What?
You're busy. You're gonna be busy for a while.
What does cover give you? Like if we get to the trees, disadvantage or something?
Cover, light cover gives you +2, heavy cover gives you +5.
Okay.
And then full cover, you can't attack. You can't target you for full cover.
How far
+2,
away?
+5, and you can.
How far away from these trees are we at this point?
So you've moved, 50, 70, like you said, 30, and the trees are 120. So you have to get like 130 to be covered by the trees.
There's no saving throw versus this poison?
At least 3 more. No, it's just poison damage. No saving throw. Usually on a saving throw, well, no, it's not saving throw for this poison. It's toxicology is what it is. So it just does extra poison damage. Doesn't make you poison condition, or it's not like a spell or anything. Or dragon breath. I can move Hyphe to 100. Want to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Next, Twigs, you can go to 100 with
yeah,
Hyphe.
I'm staying with her. Yeah.
And then Yan Yan, you can go to 140, which will take you into the forest, so you'll be safe.
Yeah, I want to hide behind I want to hide behind like the first tree so that I can try and like, once everybody gets in, I can like do something to prevent them from seeing where we go further.
I was thinking about that too.
So you
basically we got to regroup here. We got ambushed.
So Yan Yan, because he's a goat king and he runs a little faster, he dashes into the forest and he gets behind the tree, looks back, he sees his party members running like really slow, coming across. Al-Kad and Tyrion are only 30 feet at this point. And you have any ideas? And then you can see the knight on top of the first mound, which is like almost 300 feet away now. And then the archers on the second mound, at least 5 of them. Any ideas? About 300 feet away.
Do I have any idea who this knight is? Or can I do like a history check to see if I've seen him in any paintings or anything?
History check. You can do a history check. Go ahead. You have history?
I have Arcana. Yeah, I have history.
Yeah.
I have a 16, and then +6 is what, 20, 25? Yeah, 25.
They're from the royal family of Cordain. You want to fill them in a little bit, Hyphe? Just a quick one.
So not friendly.
The Cordains, I lived with for about 120 years, and raised their royal children and taught them. And so, unfortunately, they think that I killed one of my beloved charges, and that is at the advice of a high-ranking official in the castle. I haven't figured out what to do, which is why I'm traveling with y'all, because I'm still reeling from being blamed and from losing one of my favorite children of 120 years.
Not saying I don't believe you, but did you try and prove yourself innocent? Is there any proof you didn't do it?
There's not only is there no proof that I didn't, except for people who know me. I mean, I think he'd been talking about me for a while and trying to wrest power from me for a while. He didn't like the way it was going. I'm shocked that the king and queen even let themselves be swayed. There was probably magic involved. He was probably scheming for a while. I don't know what else to say. I'm shocked. I mean, you were not here last time, Yan Yan, but Quillis rolled. What did you roll, Quillis?
Insight.
I did an insight check and I got a nat 20, and I believed her.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that I don't believe you, but just did you do everything to make sure that they? Just want to see if there's a way we can clear your name.
Well,
of me
we can
right
do the
now
trial
thinks
later.
I should
Let's fight
just-
these
yeah.
guys first.
Yeah,
Part of
no,
me
I
thinks
just
I should just turn myself in. Yes, I don't want to put anybody else in harm's way, but I also think that it will end badly right now without help.
just curious.
And the is it the shop fail? Am I saying it wrong? Wrong. Is that
Shop
family?
fail, however you want to say it, DM.
Shop fail with the F.
SHOPHAEL. And another ranking official in there was a Caro Weld, and they were both not, for whatever reason, they were threatened by my 3 feet 2 inch stature.
You'd be very threatening.
So intimidating.
Okay, so Yan Yan
38 pounds.
got to the forest. Quillis, you can do the same thing. Want to do that? Run in there and do what?
Oh yeah.
You're at 140 now. You're into the forest.
I'm gonna wait for Yan Yan to do something because it looked like he had an idea, and I'll wait because I don't think I have anything quite perfect for the situation.
He was just
So I'll
watching.
follow suit.
He was just watching his group
Yeah,
come
just-
across
All right.
Waiting for
ever
everybody.
so slowly.
Then I will prep the spell web until everyone has walked through the intro tree line. And then I will put up a wall of webs. I will read you the exact spell. So you conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice within range. The webs fill a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure their area. If the webs aren't anchored between 2 solid masses, we don't have to worry about that because I'll anchor them between trees and on the ground. And yeah, the webs are also flammable if that plays any part in the future. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to people. I don't know. And then if people walk through, I can read those if that happens. But I'm waiting until everyone gets through. So even if there's another round, I'll just wait. Yeah.
Okay, great. Emma can get to 120. So you're at the edge of the forest, but not in cover yet. Sound good?
Yeah, that works.
And then Tyrion can add 60, get to 90. So you're midway there. Sound good?
Okay. Yep.
And Al-Kad's gonna get to 90. Al-Kad's hanging with you. He'll get to 90. Runs fast for an old man. And Matilda gets to 120. Is hanging out with Emma. And then Ray is in the forest, looking back. She will try to cast shield on somebody. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Hyphe, you're controlling Ray. So what do? Do you dash? You can do a shield on somebody if you want. You're controlling Ray.
Who's the last person to make it to the forest? Is that the drow?
He's just going to randomly
If I
roll
roll
somebody.
Yan Yan again, he's going to be dead.
He's just going to randomly roll the target. So it's just, you might as well put it on Yan Yan because he's wounded.
Yeah,
Who's ever
that's fine.
wounded the
Well, but
most.
Sure, that
He's
makes
behind
sense.
a tree, right?
Yeah, but he'll still
I know.
roll if his number comes up, he'll just roll to hit with cover. So he'll have like a
I'm
14
sorry.
AC.
He's behind a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So he can't
technically he
do
should be
that.
out
He
of the
probably
range. So
won't.
Yeah.
you're right. So you're looking at
Who's the
Al-Kad
tree?
and Tyrion that are most vulnerable because they are at 90 feet.
And they're both the same distance away?
Yes.
Okay.
And everybody else is open.
Probably
Emma's
do
open.
it on Al-Kad or
Twigs,
Matilda.
Twigs and Hyphe are at 100.
Matilda's at 100.
Did I do Matilda's XP right?
All right, I'm gonna
Isn't
roll.
she 4th level?
Matilda is 4th level. See, I goofed. We do
Oh,
Matilda's level right now.
We're going to
give
put
her
you
a
in DM punishment.
D6, 4. I think she has +2 con. So We're gonna get 6 more hit points. We're gonna be at 24 for Matilda. Hit
Has
points.
to join the dice in jail.
4th level, Alchemist. Alchemist rocks over. Adventurer ran away from home. Doesn't want to go back. Okay, now she's gonna be at 120 also, hanging out at the edge of the forest. So who did you want to do the shield on?
I rolled, and it's gonna go on Al-Kad.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna set at +2 to his hit points. I think it's +2. I'm sorry, to his armor class.
It
You
is.
can
All right.
shield himself.
Okay, so I'm going to.
He's an NPC.
I'm gonna roll.
All right. Well, then I
It's a little
won't. You know,
something.
am I hearing like doves in the background? Put it on.
No.
Tyrion.
Already
Put
done.
it on
Already
Tyrion.
done.
No.
Already done.
It's done. It's done. I'm just.
Call me later.
See,
will ya?
let's see who he rolls.
Just
That'll
3
be
and
fun.
4 is gonna be eliminated. Okay, here we go.
I will run and grab his corpse.
And his spell book.
Yeah, and his spellbook. His spellbook is what I'm really aiming for, but I'm like, I'll grab your corpse. Just to...
Okay,
Just
I
pay
rolled
Tyrion
Hyphe.
to pick it off of him at night and then copy it and then put it back.
yeah. I'll like
Hyphe.
wait.
Armor
can do
class.
that.
I'll wait to
Do
try
you-
to bring him back.
Is your armor class 14 or 16?
My armor class is 14 unless I'm having the dirty blanket on, which is very
Oh,
rarely.
okay. You don't have bark skin?
I don't have it called upon myself right now. No,
Okay.
I'm
too
trying
bad.
to save my
think that's
spells
a
to heal everybody.
concentration
Thanks
spell.
anyway. Yeah, I'm not crazy. about that.
Remember, we
Okay.
all have 2 good berries too, so don't forget that.
Here we go. You're 14 on your +4s and your 10s are higher. Hit, and then one more.
Solve
Ooh,
everybody's
five
problem.
arrows. All hit.
To whom?
This could solve
Hyphe.
everybody's problem. To me.
Oh.
Mission accomplished. They can go home.
Yeah, so everybody can go home. Take my dried up mushrooms. Most of them won't kill you.
Hang on, I still have to roll damage. Hang on.
Ray can't cast a shield as a reaction, can she?
It's a once per. It costs 2, basically once a round. It costs.
Technically, I think it's a legendary action, but she already put it on Al-Kad, so. Okay. 5, 4, and 3, 12, and 11 is 22, and then I'm adding poison damage. Uh, 8, 6 is 14.
She's negative
15.
right there.
Oh,
No?
no.
She's negative 2.
Oh my.
You said
No, what did
22
he
plus
say?
14.
And 13 more.
Oh no.
She's like negative. Is that massive damage?
This is what happens when the DM does not like your backstory. Just
One
take note,
hit or
everybody.
a bunch of arrows.
I say it worked.
How does massive
beautifully,
damage work? Or you don't do massive damage?
Well, I mean, to kill your character, in Hyphe's case, if she's at -32, she's outright dead.
Yeah, but
Right.
is it from one
Well-
single attack, or is it from she got hit with a bunch of arrows and poison?
Total.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the thing is, if they don't get all loosed at the same time, then she would be downed and then prone, which would give the other ones disadvantage on the attack.
Ooh.
Right. We don't need to do that. I think it served its purpose.
I tried to help.
We're just
wait.
really
Thank you,
How
Quillis.
far away
Uh-huh.
is
So
Hyphe
she just
from
got
the wood?
she just got showered by 5 arrows, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how far away is Hyphe from?
I have
the-
her at -10, and they eliminated minus hit points, which didn't make any sense to me in 5e. They just
So, but we're doing the 1, 2, 3 rolls for being dead, or no? Or am I just dead? Because that's a lot.
well,
That's
well,
no, I have to go down 32.
You go
to be
down.
Dead outright,
You're
right?
you're
And
you're
then I
still
roll.
you're still hanging in there.
Choke it on your own blood.
Do you want to explain what would have happened if your life lasted before you in a dying state? What would you be doing mentally, spiritually? That's
What
happening
I
now.
mentally would be doing? Oh my gosh.
5 arrows
I've
have
had a
punctured your
wonderful
small
life.
body.
I'm 148 years old. I have another 350 to live probably, but I've had a pretty wonderful life. And I'm imagining all of the children who've grown up to be incredibly powerful kings and queens and princesses and princes. And I'm okay. But then all of a sudden, I remember that the unicorn is under our care, the last unicorn and her father, who is dying somewhere as we do this. And part of me starts to claw back. I don't want to die.
You see, good. You see a white light. See a white light. You're gonna go towards it. It's goading you. It's like, come on to the light.
Wait, what's Dumbledore? What's Dumbledore telling me to do?
It's the most peaceful feeling you've ever felt. There's no pain. There's no stress. It's just nice.
No, I'm thinking about unicorns and I'm clawing backward. I don't want to go.
Okay, make your first death saving throw, please.
Yeah.
How far is she from the trees?
She's at 100.
I made it 100 feet. So I'm
So
pretty close.
20 feet away.
So 20 feet away. Okay, I can make it there. And
What do you have to make? Is it on like a 10 or higher?
Yep. Was that a nat one?
I did. I got a 2.
Okay, not a nat one.
So
Not a nat 1.
So if you fail 3 times, you're ultimately dead. If you pass
That's
3
it.
times, you're at 1 hit point or 0 hit points or whatever.
I think
that how it works?
1.
Okay.
Well,
you know how like you're at the
I think you're
beach
here.
and
You're still unconscious. Go ahead.
your feet are in the sand at the beach, and the water comes out and pulls you in, and you feel like you're standing still, but you feel like you're getting pulled in because the water's pulling you in. So you just somehow move towards the light, even though you don't really want to.
Right.
A little bit, not completely.
So can basically Twigs pick her up at that point?
Yeah.
And
luckily, Twigs is right
carrier?
there. So Twigs can do that, but that's going to take you to half movement, which is going to take you to 130, 100. Actually, you could do that.
And get cover?
You could do that. And
Can I give her 2 good berries also, or no? I have to do that next turn.
Well, let's pick her up first.
Yeah. Okay.
You see where Hyphe was, she's not there anymore. Then you see these 5 arrows sticking up out of the ground. There's some high grass. She's below the high grass, and there's like these arrows sticking up with poison dripping from them. And then it seems to be what looks like your friend there under the arrows, impaled. You gonna scoop her up?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her up. She's probably pretty light. I mean, I'm relatively strong. I got a 17. I don't have a 17 strength. I have a 15 strength.
Just give me an attack. Just give me an attack roll. Don't roll a 1.
A 13.
Okay, you pick her up and you're gonna run the rest of your movement.
I'm gonna give her the good berries first.
Okay, so you're not gonna run.
I'll just pick her up and then give her the good berries. If I can't get any more movement out of it, that's fine.
No, you have a choice, okay?
Yeah, move or give her the good berries.
No, let me say it a different way. You already picked her up. The second choice you have is to give her the good berries now or to run the safety.
All right, I'll move to safety then with her.
Okay, you do, and you're in the forest, so we'll do the good berries next time, okay? Yan, anything? Anything? You guys just hanging out like you seeing what's happening.
Yeah, I had a quick question. So, because I'm waiting for Tyrion to get into the cover.
Me too.
before he casts web, I know that he's gonna cast a web. Is there because I had like one idea and then that made me think of another one. If I were to cast like poison spray on the web, would it poison the web itself? Like could that or like could I like just like cast the poison spray so that there's like that spray around the web so they would have to pass through it to pass through the web as well? So
I don't think that would be the effect you want because poison spray is best when just directly from you. If it's a secondary effect, then it probably will be some kind of lesser effect.
Okay.
You know,
I think it's instantaneous.
Does a D12. The poison spray does a D12. So if you
Yeah.
cast on a web, and then you expect the people to get webbed, it'll do less than a D12 for sure.
Yeah. Then I'm just like readying firebolt so that I can like
Firebolt.
like light the ground in front of the web or like behind the web on fire.
Okay. Quillis.
I'm waiting until everyone's
Yeah, we're waiting.
behind the tree line. Are they?
Tyrion is still out there as far as I'm aware.
I just cast Blade Ward, and then I was running for a cover after that.
Twigs just joined you.
Twigs and Hyphe are here. We're just waiting on Tyrion.
I think Emma's in there too.
Okay.
Emma, Twigs.
Emma
Hyphe.
can come in now. Emma can come in out of cover. Emma joins you in behind the trees.
Matilda and Ray. Right?
Tyrion can join you behind the trees.
Okay.
Al-Kad also behind the trees.
Okay.
Matilda.
I'm just gonna roll. Matilda got mad because her friend Hyphe went down, so I'm gonna roll D20. On a 1 to 3, she raised a rock. Matilda's gonna throw a rock, and it's not gonna make it to the. But she means well. Here we go. She well throws a rock. 14. It goes about 50 feet. No point.
Pretty good.
But she's stuck 120 feet, just right outside of the trees, and then raised there. So the only one who's not in mild cover is Matilda now because she threw a rock.
So I can't cast web.
Yeah. Okay. How far is she from being in cover?
10 feet.
Okay. Can I grab her and then run back? I have 35 base movement.
I'll let you do it because you're cool. So give me just give me an attack roll. Don't roll a 1.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. So you grab him and pull the child inside.
Kid, get back here.
Okay, and the archers have seemed to fall back behind the mountains, and you don't see them anymore right now. And they're over 300 feet away. Hyphe, are you ready for your second death saving throw?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you ready? You're smiling a lot, Godric.
Roll 11 or higher. 10 or higher.
I dropped. 4.
Oh,
Second fail. I need some.
The white lights
New
getting brighter. She can use some help now.
Well, the unicorn would definitely use that 1 healing per day to see what she could do with it.
I think so. Is that a D8, by the way? Can you make that up?
2 D8.
2D8. Unicorn's going to do the healing on you.
Plus 2. Plus 2.
The unicorn stands over your arrow-filled body and points the horn, and a glowing yellow magic comes out. Here we go. Healing 15 damage. So technically you're back up to 15. And you have these, you came from a perfect serene place down to earth, and now you have all pains of arrows inside you and poison. It's awful. But you have 15 hit points.
Actually, the healing touch from the unicorn, in addition, the touch removes all diseases and neutralizes all poisons affecting the target.
Oh, well, okay, so no, the poisons are neutralized. Okay. You have 15 hit points. You're back.
Gosh, I just
You
really
wake up. You
Right.
wake up and you look up and you see this this white, not a baby anymore, young horse. Happy to see you, licking your face.
Thank you. And I caress her face and then I turn for Jan because I'm ready to heal somebody else.
Okay, Yanyan's wounded, Tyrion's wounded,
Oh, both of
and
them?
the unicorn is a little wounded too, but not much. Tyrion and Yanyan are both -9, right?
-9 from this hit or from previously?
You got 9
From
damage
previously.
last
Yeah.
session. You got arrow hit last session that you had no time to heal. So we have 2 wounded.
Jan is
Okay.
still focused on the thing, so I don't think he'd be like in direct area. He's still focused with Quillis in trying to
Like
make
what
sure
they
that they
can
can't
do
follow
about it.
us. So I don't think he'd be in the area to get healed.
I'm also real concerned that maybe I just need to leave you guys, but I want to make sure that you're gonna do the right thing with the unicorn. I mean, what do we think? Let me turn toward the knight and see if I recognize that person. Is it somebody that I would have known?
Well,
Because I don't think I ever had a chance to look back.
make an insight check.
Inside, I think it's yeah, plus, ooh. 14.
Not bad. Okay, so it seems to be a young knight, and also it seems to be like a lady knight. Did I say that right?
Sure.
Maybe somebody that you help rear, and they're older. They're much older now, and full grown. You know,
Is she
working
human?
working for the family. Human, yes.
Yes.
Working for the royal family.
If she were one of the children that I helped raise or taught, I mean, so you're saying, but she's not one of the royal family themselves. She's somebody who
To be specific, you have to.
was in an inner circle.
To be specific, you have to get more info, and you can't right now. That's the most
Okay.
you can get. Is that there is a familiarity, and it seems to be possibly somebody that you help raise.
Yeah, but she knew who she was shooting at. Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I have a lot of options here. I have options. I can shape change and just go away. But I don't want to leave you. I can go away. That's what I did the first time, was go away. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave these unicorns in this predicament. Help me. Anybody have any good ideas? I know that one.
So do you move every 10 years? Is that what you do?
The who what?
Do you move your location every 10 years?
I've only done it once, but I went far, far away. I didn't think this would be an issue. And that's why I wore that really cool raccoon mask too.
So we're better if we stick together than separating.
I agree.
Oh, but I want to give you the option. You could have me go. I would go.
We're not voting you off the island yet, so
Yeah, I think
stay put.
Jan, despite like not really caring too much about other people, he's like, you don't run from things. You need to deal with this, and we'll help.
Ooh. Vote of hands for
I'm not
banishing
used to
Hyphe.
being steal as
Vote of hands for banishing Hyphe from the party. Anybody?
What is this, Al-Kad saying that?
Yeah, Al-Kad says, I'm not saying, a vote to banish Hyphe from the party. I don't care,
Yan looks at Al-Kad and he's like, "You're on thin ice, bucko."
I'm telling everybody that.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
can give you
Tyrion's
false
hand
life.
goes up.
So we're gonna
no,
keep
false life
Hyphe
is
with
a
the party.
self. But, yeah.
Oh, Matessi's life diamonds. I think that's self. No, you're looking that up.
Hyphe, no way.
Okay, so
Can't
Hyphe's
run.
staying with the party.
We'll
gonna,
just deal with
we're
this
not gonna
problem
run.
right now.
We're gonna deal with this. We're not gonna run. Okay, so they don't come out, so you're okay for them. Meanwhile, they're hiding now. You don't see them.
Is there a way to flank them? Is this the forest?
Not without going back in the open field.
All right, so yeah, that the forest leads away from the openings essentially. So we
You
could
can
just
tread-
move away from them.
You can tread through the forest and then make it back to town, which is where you were going.
Is there any chance this is the Forbidden Forest?
No, it's
Okay.
Doesn't
not
someone
Forbidden
have
Forest.
fog? Can someone cast
do.
fog?
It's not very much though. It's a small
Al-Kad
area.
Al-Kad scratch his head. I have fog. I could have cast that, right?
Yeah, you're useless.
Well,
Mine
you
is
can
only a
Fog
20-foot radius.
obscures
Wouldn't have done it. I thought
vision,
about it.
and if you just stayed in my fog, you wouldn't be able to attack us.
Yeah, but we can still cast fog on the road and keep on moving backward away.
Yeah, I mean,
true.
if they come into the forest, at least we're under cover and they can't just volley arrows at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
So do that. Just have them cast some fog to obscure our retreat. And let's keep moving away because we can't get on them anyway.
Okay, you see this fog. You see this old man say some arcane words, and fog covers the whole area, and it's very foggy. And you can take the long way back to town if that's what you want to do. On the edge of the forest.
Well, do we want to heal people before?
Well, yeah, we have two
Yeah.
people -9, so go ahead.
Hyphe's minus a lot.
Well, I was thinking
Hyphe's
about everybody else.
17. Hyphe's -17.
I'm only minus 17, but I was grateful to Yan, who was gonna pick me up and carry me. I'm not used to that, and I say, may I touch you here? And I touch his hand. I don't wait for an answer. I never wait for an answer, but that's my verbal component here. And I
Your life wins.
what's that? 1d8
level.
plus my wisdom plus 5. What?
Give me healing. Give me healing.
Yeah. This one. So 8.
Okay, you're down to only -1, Yan. You okay with that?
I think that when she does that, he like appreciates it and he says, I know how easy it is to run, but it's worth it to fight.
Not if you're
Good.
dead, but thanks.
Okay.
Die.
Quiggs is gonna cast Cure Wounds. He's gonna touch Tyrion, so he's gonna get hit points back. So it's a D8, right? Plus your modifier
Yes.
Yeah.
or your ability score, right?
Modifier plus
Sure.
a D8.
So 3 plus 6.
Not the total. You're right. The
Oh, plus
ability
4.
modifier.
Plus 4 then.
The
7.
ability modifier.
7.
Okay, so you're down. He's going to be down 2 to
Okay.
32.
So I'm at
32 hit
30.
points, right?
32 out of 34.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
gonna
then
go ahead and
then it's just
also-
Hyphe.
I'm gonna cast healing word on myself too. I haven't used.
Okay,
much
that's
of
a
it,
D.
so-
That's a D4.
Hold on.
Right.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds again
Okay.
on myself.
Give it to me.
So another D8 plus 4. Oh, nice. 5 total.
5
I'm
total.
back at 20. Yeah.
She's up to 20. Not great, but not terrible. You want to
That's all right.
consume your two good berries?
Sure.
Plus 2 is 22.
You know what? I never do. I always try to keep one in abeyance. So I'll eat one of them and I'll be up to 21, and that's where I'll stop for now. I still have
Okay.
one good berry and I have 21 hit points.
And Yan's at 23 hit points?
21.
21, okay. You have 22
I
total?
have 22 total.
Back
All
to
right.
town.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Back to town. You do arrive safely. And
Would we have gone to town? Wait a minute. Would we have gone to town, or would we have headed back to Castle Grim, where we know we have at least some modicum of protection? I mean,
The problem-
town is where these people were, they spotted me, and I was stupid and gave my real name.
That was actually outside of town. Well, yeah, that was the mansion was actually outside of town. It was a ways. I just assume you want to go back to town, but if you want to go to the Grim Castle, that's okay too.
I think that's where my vote would have been to go, just because we know we can regroup, we can rest, we know we have protection there. And I want to talk to some people about these other families. We need to start getting into that politic a little bit.
Okay, does anybody not want to go to the Grim Castle? Basically, the Grim Castle is another sanctuary you guys have. It's in the middle of the Shadow Valley. It takes a little longer to get there, but they're a small family. Maybe like there's 200 people there, and you guys are honorary guests because you saved them from different things, ogres and undead. So they know you very well. They also offer you a room there, each of you, and food and shelter. So you want to go back to the Grim Castle?
That's my vote.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
we can
do,
go back.
and they welcome you back. And this is remember where the dragon showed up and had Matilda for a moment.
So
And
I want to
teleported out.
immediately ask for an audience with the Baron as soon as possible. Al-Kad, can you arrange it? Can we talk to him now?
Yes, and then the Baron Grimm comes out. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you
Why
so
do you
much.
have 5 arrows sticking out of your back?
Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I'll deal with that in a minute. We really need to talk. Just really, guys? And I look at him and I go, really, guys? You're just gonna leave him sticking out?
Yeah, you're not in my eye level, so I didn't notice.
Good point. I'm not in anybody's eye level. Good
But
point.
that was part of your armor. He says,
Like a
what do you have
porcupine.
what do you have to tell me?
Well, we have a lot of concerns. I have questions for you about the Fae family. I have questions for you about the Seven Sisters. I have questions for you about the about this brand new family that has petitioned with Old Smoke for membership in the agreement, I guess, the Shadow Valley agreement. Can we talk? Can we ask these questions?
Yes, my dear. And he snaps his
okay,
fingers.
so-
He claps his hands, and then wine is served and some food is served, some salad and some bread and some meat. And you sit
Great.
down at his large
so much.
stone table.
So I don't want to take over. Everybody else can ask questions as they want, but I'm really I need to know what our options are. So we've heard of the Seven Sisters. We've heard that there's a Fae and Elvish stronghold that offers sanctuary and protection in the area. Can you give us an idea of where they are located and what your relationship is with them? Do you have a way to reach them? I know the catacombs are there, but what do you have maps? We may need to go to one of them in a hurry. I may need to go to one of them in a hurry.
Well, the Fae are the elves. We call them the elves. We don't talk to them much. A lot of our agreement is that our peace agreement is that we don't talk to them. But we maintain our distance and we're friendly allies. And they're in the forest just north of Shadow Valley. And the Seven Sisters are a more worldwide known family where they have influence in many territories, not just here.
Isn't the Grimm family part of the Servant Sisters?
Yes. And we have the banner, the Seven Sisters banner.
So do they trade with the Fae families? The Elven families? Do they have trade or no? They don't do that.
We personally don't. I personally don't trade with them. I'm not saying they don't trade, but we don't trade here in the Shadow Valley much with the elves. The elves kind of keep to themselves. They have a sanctuary, and that's what they do. They stay hidden deep in the forest. They don't come out unless something is going to upset the balance of things. They're pretty self-sufficient.
There are some things in the works upsetting the balance of things. Can you tell me about this remember Old Smode who showed up a week ago and ruined your celebration? Isn't she the one who petitioned for membership in this agreement?
Well, she has the right to erect her own family, and she's doing that. Of course, I don't want that to happen, but it's going to be decided by a vote. And I do get one vote on the council because I'm the principal of Shadow Valley for the Servant Sisters. The Fae will get one vote, and the town elders at Kale Dutch will get a vote. And anyways, the votes will determine if she gets family status.
Who else votes? Is that it? Just 3 votes?
There's 5 total. Let me think. There's 5 total votes. Oh, okay. So because we're bordering with the Gush family, with the orcs, we're technically a border town. At least Kale Dutch is. The orcs get a vote. The Gush gets a vote. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's going to be a deciding vote. I gotta figure out who that's going to be. He's not sure who that's going to be.
Okay, so
there needs to be at least 5 votes, though.
Okay, well, I personally feel very strongly, as sounds like you do, that they should not be included, but it's not really my fight, with the exception that they currently, based on what Al-Kad showed us, your mage Al-Kad, that they have a unicorn captive who they're torturing and abusing, using the powers of through his horn, which they cut off. And we have an interest in regaining that unicorn's life and helping it. And so how can we help, and how can you help us? Because it seems like our interests are aligned here.
I've heard of your dilemma. The Swamp of Sorrows is many days journey from here. So it's not really affecting us, and it's going to take you a long time to get over there if you travel that way. So he can't really help you with that. He can give you, rations and equipment, but that's about it.
Well, but if, maybe something can be done. How far away is the Feywild?
The Fae family is not too far. Maybe with maybe a day or 2 travel. If you want to try to contact them, you can. And what's your point? Your point is to get support from them for what?
Support from them to get this unicorn's life restored, and I can imagine they would have a lot to say about that. And that we travel with the offspring of that unicorn. You've given him shelter in your house. We're very grateful to your family for that. But this is the last of their species, and we've been charged with helping protect her and her father, who's being tortured. It's just not right. I have my own personal stuff too, but this is really my bigger issue.
I didn't think he knew it was a unicorn. I thought he was just.
He does because he saw the video of it all going down, and I didn't have anything to erase anybody's memory with, so that's it.
A few people know of the real identity of Ray, and even one of the kids knows, or at least one of the kids said, "I know that's a unicorn." Remember that?
Yes, I do. And, you know, we exchanged knowing glances, and I thought to myself, who's going to believe a 6-year-old, and crossed my fingers and smiled and left.
I'm not great at hiding her who
Not
she
so
is.
great. She
Not the
doesn't want to
best.
be hidden, which doesn't help.
Yeah, it does not help.
So I look around at everybody else in the group, and I'm like pleading with everybody to weigh in what their thoughts are and what their what they want to add.
Yeah, we can go talk to the Fae and see if they'll help.
I agree.
Interest to help a unicorn.
It would be.
Doesn't do much for my personal thing. I think that's not going to matter so much with the Fae. They're going to hopefully trust me over.
You
the
guys are in
human.
general agreement about seeking the Fae out for help. But there is one more. But
Do the Fae have generally they have a connection with nature?
yes,
But unicorns are technically celestials, I believe. Would they respond well to taking charge of a unicorn?
That's what we can find out. That's what we can find out.
Well, by finding out, we would have to go there and bring them the unicorn. Which, if the answer is no, finding out would be a bad.
Very bad.
Would just turn out very badly, yeah.
So what has
there is another issue I'll remind you of. Unicorns were hunted to near extinction in the forest where they live. Right?
So they were hunted by the elves.
That happened while the Fae in front of the Fae, right?
In front of the Fae. Ugh.
If not by the Fae. So we might want to figure a way to maybe leave her, but we don't want to like leave her, you know? I don't know. If there's some way that we can like actually disguise her without her ripping her blanket off and exposing herself, then we need to find a way to like keep her here while we go.
Also, in the Feywild, they're gonna know what she is.
Exactly.
Or not.
Also, as far as I know, nobody's directly contacted the Fae. They're kind of different kind of creatures. As far as the Fae family, which are like, I want to say like elite elves. Right? Does anybody think that they've contacted them before? I don't think so.
Negative.
So you really have no idea how that would turn out.
Gnomes, generally get along with Fae, generally, but that's a huge generalization. So, and I don't have any direct understanding of this group. If only Ophir Yagi had taken her. Go ahead.
Ophir Yagi.
Yeah, your alien. If only your alien had agreed to keep her on the spaceship for a year.
He might join you in the near future, but not now. I want to say there is another pressing matter. Quillis, you have some business to teach your wizardry.
Yep.
Apprentice.
You get a letter that evening with your name on it delivered to the Grim Castle.
Yeah, I would read it.
It says basically, thank you for your offer. I'm ready to learn the ways of magic. Come meet me here.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the plan was to start early.
Okay, question. Okay, in regards to that, did we get it in writing that this was the deal? Because he got the deal of the other guy owing him money in writing. but we don't have in writing that this is.
Yes, we do.
This is. Oh, you do. We do. Okay.
We do. We do. Yep.
I just wanted to confirm that. I was like, I don't want this coming back to
Thank you.
bite us in the ass.
He basically wants to start himself on the ways of wizardry. You know, like he's inclined to that as a child, and he never continued that. And Quillis agreed to it. And you know, you can teach anybody that's at least inclined, you know, magic, right?
Mhm.
So it's nothing so black and white, more of a general teach me to be a wizard. I think we talked about one spell.
I put a
go ahead.
spell onto a scroll, and then I was going to teach him 3 cantrips.
Okay, and he also on the letter he also offers you one spell he has. He has a spell.
Okay.
He wants to offer that to you. It's called Psychic Slap. He can't cast it, but it's a psychic damage, 2nd level spell. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
Is that a homebrew?
Yes.
Okay.
Sound of it.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, before we end though, I just want to make sure I'm also telling the Baron about my personal situation so that he doesn't have these people show up at his gate and not know.
My dear, I think you're quite safe here. Nothing has ever breached these castle walls by the gods.
Except for a dragon?
He goes, let me have it.
Catacomb?
Except for a dragon, but technically that doesn't count because she teleported in, so that's not fair, is it?
Yeah, that doesn't count.
She breached.
And then he goes, let me help you with these arrows. He starts pulling the arrows out of your back.
Like I'm an extracting thing.
We have time to do this thing with Quillis to finish up, I think, and that can finish our adventure, unless you don't want to do that. The other thing with the Fae will take a whole nother episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get it out there so we could be thinking
And
about it.
as far as saving, your insight tells you saving the unicorn with the hole in the head, with the horn, Ray's dad. That might be later on in the campaign when you get a little more powerful, able to tread those waters. It doesn't have to be immediately. Probably not. It's
Thanks
far
for the
away,
dream.
but it's something to work up to, I think. It doesn't have to be, you know, there's other things to do before that.
Wow, I had a really weird dream, you guys. Sorry, Quillis, go for it.
So there's a wizards guild in Kale Dutch, and that's where he wants you to teach him. So it's like a neutral site, which is good for you. Can we go?
Yeah. I will definitely meet him there, which is much better than what I was expecting.
Let me roll for the first cantrip. Okay, the first cantrip, so I'm gonna roll his. If you want to just tell me, you know, what you do as far as teaching him, just fill in blank, whatever you want.
So
Like
the 3
create the
cantrips
story.
were those of my choice, because he doesn't know which ones I have, except for the distraction one, which I
Right.
said we will build to, because that one's the most nuanced. And actually, does he have a school right now?
No, he does not.
Okay. So mine is the School of Illusion, but I have other spells, so I was going to tailor a spell. Well, tailor my choice based on what his school is. I think the best one to teach him is glue to start.
Okay, I'm going to make a Arcana check. Okay, he's a little slow at first, but then he learns the glue, and he learns it a little faster than he thought. He's kind of adept at learning, like he's a student that just like a sponge. He's taking everything you're teaching him.
Better for me.
So, we're gonna do this in a couple different sessions. That
Okay.
way, it's not like a straight continual, because you need to rest. You learn new spells, you need to rest and come back. So let's do it like in let's say in 3 days.
Okay.
So maybe in the first day,
Yeah.
and the first day, he has his blue robe. His they call him Grievous Castadaddi, and he's a money lender, but he is learning wizardry. And what you teach him glue, so he has a spell book, like a makeshift spell book. So he has glue, so you learn that. And can we do one more for today before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, another one. Okay.
He will probably want some kind of damaging cantrip, and going for his vibe, I'll show him Chill Touch.
Chill Touch. Sounds good. Okay. I like that one that stops healing. Let's see how well he'll learn it. Okay, he's exceptionally gifted at learning that.
Oh, great.
So he does that. Okay, so that's the first day. Okay, and make a perception check.
Okay. Oh no. Perception, a solid 3.
Okay. Well, you notice that as as you're leaving, he looks at you and he thanks you, and just for a minute, his eyes seem to flicker. Like weird. Like his eyes seem to just glaze over, that unnaturally. So.
Is it the kind of glaze that it's like a sideways, like a lizard blink, or is it more like an arcane glaze, like a cloud?
More lizard.
Okay.
And he says, "Listen, I'll be eager to see you tomorrow."
You learn fast, as will I.
Yeah, he's actually learning very fast. It's actually scary how fast he's learning. Like your mistress took a lot longer to teach you, and you are intelligent, so you figure that he's definitely maybe some sorcery bloodline or something.
My wisdom's low, so I wouldn't make the kind of insights that I'm thinking about right now. So I'm just gonna leave that for now.
Okay, day 2. Okay, so what can you teach from day 2? Day 2.
Day
he
3
says,
now,
"Listen,
right?
That was day 1. This is day 2."
Oh, okay. So I taught him 2 cantrips in a day?
Yeah, that's good, right?
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
So here's the thing. He remembers your words back when you were in his study. He says, "Listen, wizard, I've made some investments, so I don't have to work the rest of my life. So if you want to get compensated, I don't mind. I know that components can be expensive, and I have the gems galore. Do you need some emeralds or rubies or something? I can just throw those in as a bonus."
I would love ruby or ruby dust. I can make ruby dust from rubies, whatever is easiest. And I actually, if you have any kinds of old emeralds, the spell scroll that the spell that I transcribed to a scroll for you, always need emerald for that.
Let's save the emerald scroll for the 3rd day. But he says he pulls out a bag of these pouches, these pouches, and they're labeled emeralds, rubies, ancient emeralds, ancient emeralds. So he says, "Listen, these components are yours if they serve you."
Done. Free gems.
Okay, so what you can get is the emeralds you wanted. You can get three servings of ancient emeralds. Any other gems you want? There's diamonds, rubies, amethyst. There's ancient
Ruby.
amethyst, amethyst stone, ancient amethyst stone.
I don't think I have any of the spells with the amethyst, but I will take ruby. And I don't know. He's definitely a tradesman, so I don't want to lie and say like, oh, I need diamonds. If I don't have a spell for diamonds,
you can take a few diamonds. Okay, want to take a few diamonds? You have 3 general-sized diamonds.
Okay.
And you have 3 general-sized rubies, mostly for spell components, but you can sell them also. And you have 3 ancient emeralds. Sound good?
Yes.
And there's one strange crystal. It's an amethyst stone. You think maybe that might be good for something you're not really sure? Okay, it's marked ancient amethyst stone. Okay, we'll just say there's just one of those. Okay, so you teach him today. He's gonna roll.
So
he's gonna make an arcana check.
Okay. When he hands me the amethyst, I will admit that I don't have any spells that use this. I will happily take it and research it for this grandiose investment. I can get back to you any arcane research that I find that this has a use for.
That's fine. And he rolled a 20 for today.
Jeez.
So what were you going to teach him today?
The last one was the cantrip that I showed him, the Lyman Flicker.
Now he writes down Lyman Flicker in his spell book, and he's left-handed, and his writing just continues, and he starts writing another spell, and you notice spell just comes to him. You notice when you change levels as a wizard, these spells just come to you. You get 2 spells. He's just writing this spell. It's just coming to him. It's a first level spell. Shield. Just from your mentoring teaching, he's just writing shield right now. And you're like, wow, like you didn't even teach him that. He just learned that intuitively. And let's see if we can do one more. Yes, he's going to also do sleep. He's learning spells that you didn't even teach him.
That one's a spell that I don't even know.
Getting out of hand.
A little bit.
Now he goes, you don't have this one. Go ahead and write it down. It just came to me. Makes sense, right?
It
write it down in your
very
book.
much does. It does not.
Now, as he's leaving, he says, thank you. And tomorrow we're going to complete our training. And if you can, come a little earlier tomorrow because, I have some things I want to do later in the day, if possible.
Well, I mean, I was tasked to teach him these 3 cantrips. Did he say what we were going to do the next day? Because we're technically done with the transaction.
Well, you have to teach him the emerald spell, the emerald flame.
No, I do not. The contract was that I had to write it on a scroll, which I did that day, but I did not have to teach him it.
So do you have the scroll for him?
I wrote it that day as like a down payment kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember you leaving it there, so you didn't give it to him. So you still have it with you.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying you're just going to deliver him the scroll.
Mm-hmm. because
Okay.
yeah, he specifically asked for a scroll of an ancient spell.
Okay. And he goes, "Are you sure? Because I feel like there's more to learn."
What you choose to do with this scroll is up to you, but I wrote this down the day that we
He opens it up.
talked. You can gain knowledge from the scroll if you are a high enough level, but generally, I don't know. I am not sure of your capabilities at this moment, but it is a second level spell, which not every wizard can learn right away. But if you
He
keep
opens
it,
up the scroll, and then right away he starts reading it in his mind, and his
Okay.
eyes start blazing with like magical light. It's like,
if he starts to read it out loud at all, I'll tell him to stop, then explain
no,
how
he's
scrolls
not.
work.
He's not. he has an idea how scrolls work, and he doesn't want to
Okay.
waste it.
Yeah.
As you leave, he goes, "Listen, I think there's more to learn, and I'll pay you if that makes it better. One more day."
Remember, he's the loan
Dollar
shark.
amount.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows what he's gonna do with this
Gems, more
magic.
gems.
Oh,
He's
I
got
don't
gold
care.
piece value.
Well, if you have a look at my spell book, I'm happy to teach you more. But since this is an addition to our original contract, I will happily take payment by way of knowledge. If you have knowledge of gods, well, one in particular, or spells of a certain kind, illusion magic isn't the most prevalent, but it is my school, so I will take payment in spells of the illusion school or knowledge of the god Cthulhu, if you have any.
I know of both of those things. I don't have them handy. I have to do some research. I have to check my sources. I'll tell you what. Come tomorrow, and I'll have something for you. Is that fair?
Done.
And he says I'm gonna give you this spell also, which I already agreed to. It gives you a scroll, psychic slap, second level of homebrew. Write that down. And then make a perception check.
Oh, no, I'm gonna switch dice this time. I'm going into my dice bag for a better one.
Okay.
This is the one.
I'm sorry, insight.
Insight. Oh no.
No, perception check.
I think they're the same for me anyways.
They're the same unless you have one of those
Ooh.
skills.
Big money. Natural 18 for an 18.
Okay, no bonus. Okay, so as he leaves you, you look at, and then you notice like under his robe, something seems to be moving like in the back, like and then you see something curl the bottom of his robe. It curls up, and there seems to be like just for a moment, just for like it wasn't very long. A black tail curl up the robe and then retreat back into the robe.
Okay. I'm a goat person. I don't care about lizard people.
He says, "See you tomorrow."
See you tomorrow. Bright and early.
I want to make it easy as far as these spells. Cthulhu is more of a very in-depth kind of thing. You might be able to get that from him later, but he will have access to an illusion spell.
Okay.
We can finalize with that. Take a look. Let's go Player's Handbook, Wizardry. And he goes, choose first level, second level.
I'll go 2nd level.
Do you have invisibility? Isn't that an illusion?
I do.
Okay. Mirror image.
I do not have the spell.
That one's good because they attack your images instead, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He can share that one with you, or alter self, 2nd level spell. Choose.
What's that one?
Alter self.
Oh, alter self. Gotcha. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misheard you.
Basically, you can turn like into a gnome, or same kind of form. Like if you have two legs, 2 arms, you can turn like into a gnome, or a goblin, or an elf, or a human, or a half orc, and you don't know the difference.
I think I'll go with the mirror image.
Okay, so he produces a mirror image scroll.
Done. So for that information, I let him pick one from my spellbook.
He's gonna make a Arcana check.
Have my spellbook. So.
Okay, he rolled rolled 18 plus his bonus, so he did good. He starts writing down some spells, and he writes down one of your spells. You have. Do you have magic missile?
Nope.
What are your first level spells?
I have lucky, tool's hand.
Okay, right there. Lucky. He writes down lucky.
Okay.
And then, without even looking at your spell book, he starts writing out tool's hand as if he knows it somehow innately. Then he goes, "Ha! Finally!" Then he has like something like in his voice, like something in his throat.
Are you?
And this is a shorter session. No, I'm not well. I'm very well. He says.
Fair enough.
And he says, "Thank you." He goes, and then he scratches his. I mean, he rubs his chin like this, and you notice the pinky hair is missing like this. He goes, I have a place for you in my army.
Your army. I am not one for mass combat. I would imagine, seeing as the speed at which you are learning, I'm not utterly convinced that you are just starting out. Not sure if this was a test of my skill, but if there is world domination at play, I'm not one to judge, but I would generally side on the advisor role instead of, a soldier. I'm not. I mean, look at me. I'm not a soldier.
He says, "Yes, advisor." And as he says that, you hear these bones cracking. It does this kind of transformation, and his blue arcane robe just tear open, and his back just raises up, and it's a spiky black scaled back, and his head just turns black and it just shoots forward into the ceiling. And the room gets small all of a sudden. It's filled by this creature, and his breast opens up like this and just pushes you back physically. And you can hear the thing breathing and breathing. It echoes, it vibrates the whole room. And the smell, you remember now the smell, which was the smell from the creature at the Grim Castle.
Does anyone recognize this?
I'm the
We're
only
not
one
there.
there.
We're not
huge
there.
long tail with the razor at the end of it. and horns and beaten plates from war, beaten scales, missing some scales partially from battles of the past.
Great.
And I don't think I was there the day that the dragon went into the Grim Castle, so I don't think we would recognize. Like I wasn't there. I'm not sure
Okay,
if it
so
would recognize
you're
me.
oblivious to this event.
Well, I had heard about it from
Okay.
the party and from the town, but we've never met.
So in my games, they have these. Well, in D&D, they have the dragons able to shape change.
Mm-hmm.
The good dragons able to shape change, which to me is not fair because so the evil dragons can also shape change.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that nice thing, and we can end there. Any
Okay.
questions?
I just want to say that I
Many.
warned you. I warned you.
Many.
Oh, yeah.
Many.
I knew from the
Deal
start
with
that I
the
was training with
devil.
BBEG. But with a wisdom of 0 and an initial like perception / insight of 3,
Yeah, that was
Quillis did not know.
Quillis does not know.
Hey, you got some gems, man. You got
Yeah.
a couple spells.
Yeah.
Hey, you can exchange.
I came out on top.
Oh,
Did you? Did you?
he's gonna track you with that amethyst.
It looks cool.
Great, great,
Um,
awesome.
I'm happy about how things progressed. I don't know about you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course you are.
I'm very happy.
Oh my goodness.
Anybody want to comment before we close?
Thank
Sorry,
you,
that was
Magic.
sort of a focused story this time. It wasn't really so much combat as so much.
That was
I
good.
liked it.
Thanks everybody for saving me. I feel pretty good
Right,
about
you're not
that.
saved yet.
No, but you saved me.
The
I
assassins are
was
still out
one
there.
roll away from dying. Yeah, of course they are, but still. But we got back and we can regroup and we live to fight another day.
Great. When you're ready to take on an adventure or two, Bob, just let me know, okay?
Yep, will do.
All right.